up, everybody? Welcome to yet another edition of On the Table. Not only with Tepi, but Buang Phela.
With DJ Black Velvet, Komoto, your baby for the day. Wait till today, guys. Give batla go. Give batla go nyo ban. This one. Okay.
With all that said, guys, there's the one and only, the holy one from Revestry, Church Girl.
Yes. And of course, we don't roll alone. We always have the ghost lady. How are you doing today?
I am great, guys.
How wild
Lovely
is...
to see you all packed. Hey.
Yes. So I know a lot of people have been asking, where's who? This is the official team. This has been the official team, right? So this is On the Table, and this is how On the Table will look like from here on. So if you have anything that you want us to talk about, anything that you want us to discuss, we are ready and steady, ready to discuss it. Right, ladies?
Yes. Ready, set, go.
I'm not sure if we'll be sober in doing it, but trust me, we'll definitely do it, okay?
It's lockdown. You cannot be sober.
You have to be sober.
Yes, Nina. Hey. But anyways, let's get into it. Today's topic is also really, really awesome. Most of us, two of us, are Makotis in this situation. So we're going to be two of the ladies here. Ghost Lady as well as Nolu.
And she wears glasses. I don't know.
So what we're going to do, we're going to be talking about Ukukotiza, whether we believe in it, whether we see it relevant in 2021, considering we're young, wild, free, popping and shit.
Yep.
Do you think that this is a custom that we should continue to follow? Do you see that it is necessary? Has it helped in any way or sort or shape or form? That's what we're discussing today. I'm putting it on the table. Boom.
Yes, drops
the
mic. Hey, as I sip my tea.
Guys, mna andizi ekukotizeni because look at me.
Nana.
I andizi.
So I want to understand then, how have you come this far?
Yes.
Kaloku babes ne.
Kipitile lo.
Umyeno. Yima wena.
You trapped the man.
Who trapped you?
Been serious, man.
Can we be serious?
What's his name? Free #FreeBunny.
Free range chicken.
Guys, no, the thing is, does he want to be freed?
Oh.
Are we talking about the same thing? You're lost.
Ungayi apple babes, because does the man want to be freed?
Okay, all right. Let's go back to the subject then.
Yeah, because
let's go back to help us, baby girl.
No, guys, andizi ekukotizeni because one, it's too much, and number two, don't guys. I'm lazy.
Ukukotiza.
You're lazy generally.
Okay, let me put a bit of structure here. Because the thing about Ukukotiza, right? Yes, we can be lazy with our people. And yes, we can sit here and say, okay, personally, I'm a feminist, right? For those who don't know, now you know. Defeminist, okay? Thanks. Bye. But also,
thanks, bye.
There's a little bit of me that takes that away when I'm with my man. I'm that person who will serve you in a tray. I'm that person who will cater.
As long as you bring in the bag.
Buzan
Move that
umash.
check then.
No, but you see, that's my thing. You guys think being a feminist means I will not do this, I will not do this. It's the freedom to choose. For me, that's what feminism means to me.
I agree with
It's the freedom to choose. And yes, we want equality, and we but we require equality when it comes to when we speak about feminism.
Yeah.
But also it's the ability and the liberty to choose. So that for me is the liberty to choose. So one of my love languages is serving my person. But serving my person doesn't mean that I will be forced to do it.
Yeah.
If you
It's not a
force me
must.
to do it, if it's a must to do it, if I feel a bit of misogyny in the mix of things, but excuse that little bit of a
It just
sound.
flew off.
So that's my thing. When I sound guy,
My bae will sort it out.
So with that being said, I'm that person. I will wash because I love to wash for you. Those are my acts of service, and that's how I show love. But that doesn't necessarily mean I will
Washing your
take.
underwear.
No, I will not wash your underwear. The fuck?
But
I
you
mean, I will take it off.
Balls. What's the difference?
I will take it off. There's a huge difference. There's a little bit of independence that I require for you to have.
I'm saying you've been eating them balls. So what's the difference with washing the underwear? Because you're washing it with your mouth anyway.
Yeah, and I get that. But what I'm saying... Okay, back to the subject at hand. So that's what I'm saying. That is my love language, right? And once again, and I get a lot of feminists who can take that away from me, but that is my opinion, and that's how I regard myself, right? And you cannot take that away from me.
Speaking on that point,
with that, how do we? So, yes, you can sit here and say, when I'm with my man, this is what we do.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
But when you go to his home, it's a different conversation.
Yes.
There's a certain amount of PR, aka, public relations that you need to do so that you don't embarrass your person, number one, and you don't embarrass yourself. Because they don't know what you do at home. Now it's the two of you. You now need to be together. I mean, it's not the two of you now. Now you are
you're within
the family.
Yeah.
There's other extended families. How do you work that out? There's a little bit of Ukukotiza that comes into it.
No, definitely. Speaking on that point, wait, let me take my shades.
Please, because now, stress.
The topic is serious. Do you know
Mash,
why people have
baby.
a problem with
Kikupa,
Ukukotiza,
another
ne?
cup.
There's that verse in the Bible, church girl,
Yes.
that speaks about being submissive.
Not the Bible.
Right?
Yeah.
And we take being submissive as not having a voice.
Yes.
We take being submissive as a form of punishment and as a form of, some sort of slavery that you would go through. Well, granted, some families do actually put Omakoti through slavery. That it really happened.
Which we'll talk about that on what constitutes as slavery and what would constitute as
Makoti duties.
Do you know what I mean?
General work.
Whatever that means. Yeah.
So that's why most people have a problem with Makoti duties. Personally, I don't have an issue with Makoti duties because at home, I wash the dishes, I do the washing, I do, the basic stuff that girls are brought up to do, which is basically it's running a household, right? But now I have
we assume is only meant for women to run this household.
Yes.
This is once again an assumption. Okay.
Yes.
We are there. Cool.
So we are brought up in that way, therefore we function in that way. And also the notion, there's a word I'm looking for, the perception that we have that a Makoti duty needs to be hard labor. And it's not necessarily hard labor. Exactly. Unfortunately for me, I've never had to go through hard labor. For me, hard labor is washing the dishes. It's hard.
That's where I'm trying to chill.
Thank you.
I'm trying to chill by the dishes.
But
so
you
that
be
I
making
don't chill
the
by the
dishes.
drie food.
You
I'm
need to
happy
help
to
with
make
the contribution
the
of
I'm happy to make the dishes.
But
I'm
it
happy to
shouldn't
cook
feel
for
like-
you. I can stand all day making the dishes, but I don't want
to wash
clean
the dishes,
guys. But that's hard labor for me, right? But then for the next person, it's soothing. It's it takes you to places that other people have never been. I don't know what those are, but anyway. But the point is, maybe we need to get away from thinking of the word of being submissive as not having a voice, as not being able to say, no, I do not agree with this. But it's also about a certain level of respect that is shown to your man and to your man's family to say, I recognize that he is now seen as indoda. Because, men in the African culture go through ukwaluka. I don't know what it's called in
Kwaluka ki inka spedi.
What is it? Yeah. Yes.
Okay, komeng.
Komeng.
Yeah, you see. So our men go through komeng. And from there, they come out different people being no longer a boy, but indoda. So there's a certain caliber and there's a certain level of respect that comes with that. And then you take it a little further up and he's not just a man now, he's a man with a wife. Whoa. Hence, then the serving on a tray would come. Because, listen to this. At home, I don't serve my man on a tray. Because he'd be like, girl, what you doing?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, he would look at me sideways.
No, my man would be like, and then a tray? Yeah, P.
For me,
Can I add on something actually
Uh-huh.
before you get in, Khomotso? for instance, you know, when like if you went to the Bible verse and just elaborating on the scripture, and it's saying, talking about submission.
Yeah.
And further, it also says, you know, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. You find a helper.
Hallelujah.
Right? So already that a helper is someone to assist you.
Yeah.
So whatever that you're doing, she's there to assist you.
Yes.
Nothing is imposed on her to. Like it's hence sometimes with African culture, because of this patriarchy and putting down women and so forth, but you're finding a lot of families that are more open and more accommodative to the makotis.
Yes.
And it's now what you're gifted in. If you're good at good at cooking the gravy, no problem. Do the
Make
gravy,
the gravy,
you know.
yes.
So those days are over where it's like makoti is the family is sitting down and relaxing,
and you're doing everything. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, those days are totally over.
Yeah.
It's more like there is assistance even expected from the man's family, whether even if wherever you are. It's like, what are you gifted in? What do you know that you are good in? All right.
And then you do that.
Continue with that.
Good at that. Oh, you're good at washing. No problem.
You're good at sleeping.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's where I want us to concentrate on, right? I don't want to concentrate on what you do for your person when you are together.
Yeah.
I want us to concentrate on what you do, can do, would like to do, or do already when you are with your partner. Kohabo.
Ne?
Also though, can the men speak up for us? Ne? Because umyenam would know guys, my wife akanohlamba madonga, guys. Wash
But
the
you
walls.
see, that's my thing, though. I bring it back. My man is falling.
There's a step there, guys. There's a step.
Could I be
He's spilled the tea. He's fine.
falling for you? He's falling for you, baby.
He's falling for Teppy.
Okay. But
Yes.
all right, baby.
You and Mesh.
I Mesh, you right.
I'm checking right
Mamelan,
now.
okay. You have lost my train of thought because I'm almost died.
I was
Alright.
saying, can men speak for us? Because we cannot be washing amadonga.
But
Oh,
what if
okay,
wash
okay.
Matonga is what you... Okay.
Exactly.
No.
So that's where I'm
There's
going
a
with this.
difference where it's something that I do
Voluntary.
voluntarily, yes. But then it's different when I'm forced
Okay.
to wash amadonga.
So
Guys, hard
what I'm trying to say
labor.
is, this is where we're going. I said PR. And PR doesn't necessarily mean it's what you do every day.
You
PR, it's public relations. You're making sure things get done. And when you are at your man's house, example,
you
say
appear a
Khona
certain
Lilifu,
way.
and not even
Okay.
appear a certain way, but you know that things need to be done. And that means, example, Rona ka sepedi, right? Rona le, you have una le makoti, right? And around le ngwechi.
rolling wage.
You need to make sure that things get done. Take it upon yourself. You know, there are some things you won't be told, but there are things you can see need to be done.
Okay,
Ho bona
so
gore
when I
lebatile
see
needs to be
things need to
cleaned.
be done, I can bring in auntie. From
Me, I'm that
my
aunt,
place
guys. Me,
to
I'm
get
that
the
girl.
things
Okay.
done because she does that.
Okay.
Is that fair? Or is that also on me? Guti, no, we want you to wash the walls.
Can
and
I
not to
come in,
auntie.
guys?
Who
Okay.
is it that we expect?
Can I come in, guys?
Come in.
Me, I feel like, to your point, Ukukotiza, ne, guys, it's more of not necessarily what you do, but it's more of a relationship that you're trying to build with the family.
True.
And coming with Ukukotiza, it's not just about cleaning the house.
Yes.
It's also about being considerate of, like she was saying, you need to take it upon yourself for other things to be done.
Yes.
So kunomncwabo, and uyabona ukuthi khabo bake une 2 plate. You can't be stressing khabo bake ukuthi bayofuna amakhekhe. You can bake kokwenu or you can buy amakhekhe. Angithi abakhona ama already baked that
Yes.
people did. So you take things upon yourself. You know, kunomncwabo, you ask. Mina ngulo muntu obuzayo ngoba abomamazala bayakwata. You take it upon yourself to wash their windows, and then athi uyangiphaphela ubanetha washa amafestere wami.
Okay.
You ask.
Now that you mentioned that, let's bring it back. You and I are going to keep quiet because I cannot.
Ashata.
I'm going to ask the two ladies who have, and I'm asking in the sense of. Nah. We sizothetha, but
Asifuni
we also
speculations,
need-
sifuna
yes, we need
factual.
experience, Angit, and
Understanding.
also we need understanding, and we also need. We don't want to come from a point of ignorance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm now asking, at which point, firstly, did you guys go teaser? And at which point did you feel like you are overstepping umamazala? So you see the part that you mentioned, I understand and I agree with that. There are some things you need to sit down. Example, if there's a funeral or umcimbi, you need to sit down with mother-in-law or whoever it is that's in charge of this particular household, right? And then you need to say to them, what is it that we can do? How do we allocate ama duties to whoever, so that you don't overstep? Because
Hey.
Kanti, you don't know that for 20 years, Tsepi has been buying the kuku in this family. So when
now you don't want to
hambi.
offend.
Yeah, so you think when uyazi. So how do we get to that point? And when did you know you were overstepping? If you did at all. Kibutsa bomakoti.
So for me, I've never personally overstepped. So I'm speculating a bit, but also a little bit on my experience. My in-laws are very, I would say, westernized in the sense that we speak about everything. And 2, my mother-in-law loves to host, and she's a great host. So because I've been watching her from a distance, for me, it's been an advantage that I would then go to her and say, Mama, so you're having people over tonight. What would you like me to do? So I've never overstepped, but to an extent, I have felt like maybe I feel like she could sit down, man. I'm here to relieve her. That's me.
Are you really there to relieve her, or are you there to assist her?
In some instances, it depends on what it is. Like my mother-in-law is very...
Sorry, because I ask, you know that song, Mangwane matswale rather tlohela di pizza tseo mongwatsona kiyo
No, I don't know it. I'm closer like that.
Okay, so basically it says mother-in-law in direct translation. Mangwane matswale rather, which is mother-in-law, leave those pots. The owner of the pots has now arrived.
Coming. She's now
Nolu.
here. Being Nolu. They usually sing the
So
song when
that
you
song's
step into the
irrelevant even.
I don't want to be the owner, but I do.
I get you.
I don't want to be the owner of the pots in any way,
except
but
your
I
house.
No, besides that, like Mcimbini generally, but I do feel like she could let go of some things and I can do them for her, not because she can't do them. But I would like to assist, like you said.
I know Nota is going to have something to say about this in the comments. Begala.
Nota.
What?
You can.
Who's Nota?
If you listen to the live comments, you would know who Ntlamulo Baloyi is. Listen, guys, I'm saying, Nota, you can say what you want about women that are not married, whatever, chongapa, nanditi. Engbatoleba gezi zicha mabaqhubeke. Engbatoleba aina mabaqhubeke. Engbatoleba pheka mabaqhubeke. Mina ngizofika ngisize la ngisiza khona. Sizobhalansana la ngizela ngizoba slave somuntu.
That's true.
And that's not the reason I'm not married, by the way.
No, that's the ideal, but it doesn't always happen like that.
That's
but in the
not
modern
for all
way.
Of us. But not for all of us. For example, like I said earlier on, I don't like washing dishes, but I wash dishes at my in-laws. And not because I'm told to wash dishes, but because I feel like I also can't be... EPR.
Public relations
then
is important.
Then I get up and wash the dishes.
Your experience of this, it's quite... is it any different or is it one of the same?
No, it is. It is similar. And I think when you ask the question about like overstepping and when do you know, and sometimes we come to conclusions because of what culture is
yes, culture is a lot.
Kind of like guided us to believing.
Yeah.
I remember when earlier in my marriage, I used to automatically, if I'm going to my in-laws, I don't wear pants.
Yeah.
Like this was just like...
Is that what they had told you? Because I
exactly.
Okay.
That had never happened.
Okay.
But sometimes you just become, because you're so fearful, you're so scared, you think, okay, let me do this, let me put in a duke, but let me not put in, like, I must just tie it and still leave some hair out, trying to accommodate. Until afterwards, I think a year or two, I was like, you know what? In fact, let me just do the worst. Rather have someone tell me and say, hey, whoa, take it down, stop. And then it's like that never happened.
You.
So it's sometimes you put this pressure upon yourself.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, this is what I have to do. You prepare. And it's like you prepare yourself for the worst. When people are like, we are chilled. Who cares?
People in marriage, when you get married, a lot of the times, people are not changing themselves for
Thank you.
So why should you go into a marriage and trying to change yourself? If you call Brugo, wait for them to tell you,
I disagree with that.
I don't.
No, Khomoto.
I wear pants. Listen, guys, as much as sharp inkomo as gafigi ekaya, but I know inkomo zizofika ekaya. Kabo Bay. Because umamazala wami and ngiyamclaima uNomsa. Listen here. Mina noNomsa siyahlala sibhekelela imoja love. We have a good relationship.
cut her into 7 little pieces.
Ke na le taba le
No,
banna.
listen. Oh, Joralyn.
What if unomsa umithano uwazi nomunye ubhey?
Ke re, ah,
Does the same thing for the
But
other.
let me tell you.
What Nomsa does with the other bay, it's none of my
man.
business.
My man, let me
Power
tell
for
you.
indawo yakho.
Let me tell
Mina,
you
I'm
for
here for my
someone
mountain.
who has been in a, who has a, in-laws, etc. and things.
Yeah.
When I say in-laws, I mean we've accepted in-laws before in our household.
Me too, guys. Remember.
Okay, so that's why I'm saying. Example,
Anyway, not
what
you've been
Ghosty
through
is
the
saying.
most. Ima, say that again. You've
Ah,
accepted in-laws.
Yes, what I mean
almost-
is my brothers and my sisters have gotten
Okay,
married.
yeah.
No, don't worry about it. I'm still a free willy.
I had to
Mesh,
clear
unless
that
you
up,
want to
guys.
change that.
Mesh is not having it.
So listen.
Smash and pass.
So what I'm trying to say is, what Ghosty is saying sounds a little bit dangerous for me. Okay?
What?
In what sense?
The part where she says, "I did the worst so that somebody can tell me."
But the
And I'll tell you. Hold on.
Wait, let her finish.
And I'll tell you why I say that. Because we got to a point where, not we, before my family watches this and things I'm talking about them, I'm not talking about you, right? I'm talking in general, right? I'm talking in general at the point where, example, say we are a family that doesn't know how to come to you and say, "Hi, Chomi, skete was a little too short." Or, "Hey, Mo, so maybe go high, go tembisa. You can wear pants." But when we go motongwa perikisi, when we go to TEF, when we go to Seshego, when we go to wherever, you cannot wear that. But we don't know how to tell you because you've been living a risky life for so long. So we don't know when to come to the party to say to you, maybe
Here's the
today
thing.
is not
But
the
you can
Here's a
tell
ideal
your
tip I was
son.
one-
But you can tell your son.
Going
he
there,
tells
yeah.
you.
Here's a
Exactly.
tip I was once given.
Okay.
And I was given this tip by my dad, right? When I said to him, I think this guy wants to marry me. Ne? Then he was like, then he needs to be... Yeah, it's a job, don't worry.
But anyway.
He said to me, then this guy would need to sort of like eavesdrop in conversations and watch how things are done at his home so that he can come and tell you how things are done. That's how you would know those things that you
Yes.
wouldn't otherwise know, and that people wouldn't have isbindi, but the liver to come and say to Mamela
Oxleaf.
Kosti, we don't wear isqepezana.
And also, I find it a bit problematic for them. This is hypothetical speaking.
Okay.
Hore, they will not be able to tell you, hore, listen, Tepi. Akere, when Baleala ko mahaboluna, even in the tents when they accept gifts, they say, "We accept you as a daughter." A lot of the time, that's what they say. So if I'm your daughter and you're honestly accepting me as your daughter, you should not have a
Correct
problem.
me like a
No.
daughter.
No.
To correct me as a
Correct
daughter.
me like a daughter.
I agree with you because here, let me tell you, at the end of the day, we can say we accept
It's
you
a
as our daughter,
lie.
but you are not our daughter.
Yeah.
Let
It's
me
a
tell you that
lie.
for
And you
free.
will never be
And
their
ha ke re ko
daughter.
wena, o ngwana ko hae, ha o ngwana ko hae chum. Fact is, umakoti wa ko hae. So in the very same way, you cannot treat my grandmother the same way. Mamela, Emma.
Ke kopa o interject
Hashem.
afterwards.
Whoa.
Hashem khomotso.
So that's what I'm saying. And I say this because that's why we've accepted many people in our families. And of course, I mean, there are ones where my brother-in-law, example, I've known my brother-in-law since I was 6. But what I'm trying to say to you, Hore, and yes, I see him as my brother, but let me tell you, at the end of the day, Asabutwag.
True.
And you need to remember that.
Then-
I see it's not my blood. So the very same way I treat my blood brother won't unfortunately be the same way I treat my brother. And whatever it is, be it a human thing, be it a subconscious thing, fact is, that is what it is. So you always need to be mindful.
Then why do you take it to no guys? No. Then why do you guys go as far as nisqobise ngamanyongo weimbuzi and all
Because
these
that's
things?
culture and that's necessary.
But you're saying you're
Those are things-
introducing me
that's
to your ancestors.
Yes.
You're
man,
bringing me
how-
into your
Wazi wa
family.
painting.
Yes, by
How-
blood, I'm not ngwanako genu. But
Exactly.
then
Take it
you-
as that. Take it as that.
I
So
then
that means-
lenyala baloying guys. Ay.
Kizo ke balung.
No.
Mamela Mdase.
Re loya ka rooibos.
Mamela Khumutso. And no matter how you can try to dissect and explain and understand, it will never be like that.
So you're basically telling me that when I get married into that particular family, ne?
Yes.
And they would say all types of things, go tenteng, and try to impress me
Yes.
and my family and
Yes.
exchange gifts and whatever. At the end of the day, I'm never going to be their daughter.
Correct.
yes. So you're
But
speaking in
that's
terms of
exactly
blood.
what we say.
Or
Yes.
you're speaking in terms
Mamela,
Eh?
you will never be their daughter.
kuphela.
That's it.
Niyahleka kumnandi
Akho
you are
njalo.
akho njalo.
Yo guys,
Because she can do the very same thing to somebody else.
Mudimu wa Israel.
Like take
the very same
take
energy.
ukuyalwa with a pinch of salt.
So sicambelana manga kahle kahle.
No, ayingomanga. They
Don't
love
need
you.
necessary-
No, here's the thing.
necessary lines.
They do love you and they do accept you into the family. But you must remember, Uguti, they don't know you from birth.
And plus you'll never be treated the same.
Exactly.
You were raised in
That's
different
where I'm
families.
going. They don't know you from birth. You're raised in different families. You have a different character and how you do things and how you
Different
sort things out.
ideologies.
All of that, right? And now they need to get to know Ukhumutso from the beginning. And most of the time, you guys will clash.
So this would explain why makshoniwe kuba neinkulumo.
100%.
kahle kahle.
Because that's where
Yes.
everything
That's
comes
the
to.
thing.
No, I mean as a makoti.
No, not even as a makoti. Let's be honest. And I think that's where people have to reel it back. Is that at the end of the day, all right, like I think where we have to reel it back is understanding that even in your own family, there's issues. Sometimes we get crowded with the
Yes.
idea that, oh my God, yeah, the in-laws. Now ekini. You've got
Kunjalo.
families, you've got jealousy
Expectations.
going on.
You
You've
need
got
to
people
manage
talking behind their
other's
back.
backs.
You probably even yourself, nihlebu siswa, your own sister, nihlebu
Yes.
your own brother. So
Kosti nawe
don't
waya
act
lapho
like,
vele.
no.
Which
I'm
is
just
very
like,
true.
let's
And
be
it's
honest.
going to seem like it's exaggerated because it's
Exaggerated.
coming
From the
outside.
other
Yes. So
side.
it's exactly
It's
the
the
same thing that
same.
you
I
guys
get
are
it
doing
now.
in your
So
family.
you have to
I get it.
always like
I get it, guys. I get it now.
You always have to, like.
This
Is
is
your
naga,
in-laws
guys.
calling you?
Naga is
it's
a
actually
problem.
MacGyver.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
Answer so we can hear him. Answer, put him on loudspeaker. Put him on loudspeaker. What does he say?
I want to hear what he's saying.
You're taking too long, eh? He's gonna hang up.
He has. I'll call him back.
Oh, You're Pazana Pelu.
But yeah, so you need to manage your expectations. What they're telling you is not lies.
MacGyver.
You're on loudspeaker before you say anything.
Hi,
We're busy
MacGyver.
recording. We're busy recording. What are you saying? Say hi to the ladies.
Hey, what up, ladies?
What up, winner?
Kezo. Where's my A-lister? Champion, where are you, champion?
Hello, my champion. We win. When it comes to the snook, which is the fish.
We don't know
and,
how they
you know,
won.
We still don't understand. We're still dissecting how that win was. Like we're still we're using ARV. Wait, what is it? ARV. What is it? Wait, VAR. Sharp. We'll call you later. Bye.
All right, we go on.
Khumutso needs to manage her expectations. That's the lesson she's
Yeah.
getting out of here.
Yeah.
Manage your expectations.
All
you
families
will be
have issues.
All families have issues. You will be expected to perform certain duties that other people will not do.
That are for you.
And
That are for you as a makoti.
Yes, and
is
even
there a
if-
timeline to being a makoti, or are you forever a makoti from?
You know, that's one
that's
thing
a
that I
relevant
said
question. Hey?
Recently, I was like, you know what? I've been married for 8 years. I'm so makoti anymore.
No, there is.
I'm
So
like,
let me
I've
tell you from
expired to
my
move
sister
my
who's
goat.
been married
babe, Sukutu
for over
there is.
14
Not
years.
for everybody.
I mean, for over 18 years. And yeah, this is not for everyone. I
Say
mean,
mama,
culturally, this kind of changes, you know. But I mean, when we talk about a culture for Rona, which is Basotho Bapedi, it is quite different, right? For my sister, she's still very much a makoti, you know.
18
And-
years later.
Yes, because I don't know where you're trying to draw the line, and this is 2 kids later, and you know. So, and I'm saying this because, example, I'm not now putting my sister in it. I'm putting myself. Say I'm married now to someone who is a Mopedi or someone who is a Mosotho, right? So I'll get to a point where I'm saying I will bring my friends. Example, if Gushoni, you know, ngileta bangani bami, nginileta nonke,
Yeah.
podcast, ngithi lalelani, ngiyanileta, nginihlalisa phansi, ngithi kunina. Khomotso, ke kopa wena o be ko drifting le bo mmebale to make sure that you take care of things and things are done.
Yes.
Right? So you are what I would call my extended help.
Yes.
Ne? Nolu, I'm saying to you, Nolu, ke kopa chomi udule ko di janing the whole time because I need to make sure gore di jan. Okay, you hate
So
di jan,
is this the
but you know what I
makoti
mean?
managing?
This is
This
me
is the
managing.
makoti managing.
Is
Assign
you or
me-
makoti?
It's makoti. I can
Oh,
say makoti
yes.
chomi.
Sepi, you
Yes.
must assign me to. I can handle the key. Key storage.
Yeah, mara ke re key sa storage.
Ah,
How do you go
koi,
key ya
guys,
storage?
it's
Yeah.
koi.
Bese ke re key ya storage bese wena o tlo dula le mangwane se mang o le tloetsa
Stock taking.
No, you're going to do papa. You know, or you're going to
Give
do
me the pap.
or
Give me the pap.
Ali serious wrong. Or you're
Mna
going to
guys
do
thanda imbiza yenyama.
or you're going to do
There's
or you're
this
going to
tune
do
now.
jwala basotho, you know.
Oh,
But
that.
point is I delegate my people at a certain time in the marriage. So, example, if I get married right now at 1 year, or not even 1 year, at 1 month, who the fuck do I think I am to delegate?
Hey.
Who the fuck do I think I am to bring Iqembu to come and sort shit out at a funeral? No, babes.
Yeah.
The most
But
I can
are
do
you
is bring a
married?
friend of
Are you
married. I'm
here's
dating a
the question.
girlfriend.
Listen to this. Are you married to the eldest son or
It doesn't
the youngest?
matter, Chomi, for me. Okay? You
Okay.
can completely correct me here. Ne? So if I'm married a couple of months into it or a couple of years into it, maybe 2-3 years into it, I cannot, guys. I cannot bring Abonolu, Abokomuto, Abokos lady, to come and sort shit out for me. That is my PR. That is what I'm going to do, right? And then 18 years into it, however many years to it, I can bring as many people as I want because I need to get shit done. And I know shit will get done when I'm there.
Yeah,
So
next-
even if I hire help to wash the dishes, to do this, to do that, and I've got my friends who do this and do that, but all I know is that shit will get done, and that is the whole point. So the point where I'm getting here is I do not want to get to a point where we are thinking that because 18 years from now, when you're married, Nolu, you think you can just chill and come when there's a funeral.
Ukufo.
I'm here. I've
Oh,
arrived.
nithi kutshoniwe. Oh, hayi ke. It's unfortunate. R.I.P. to his soul. No, that's
Mamela,
not how
I'm
it
gonna
works.
do
Things will get
obituary.
and
Kodwa
need to
guys,
be done.
ekhaya ne ukhona usisa njalo, guys.
Yeah, no. Pretty shit life, get long.
Guys, I've never seen her do anything.
Really
Here's the
motherfucker.
thing.
Motherfucker.
Guys, I've never seen her do anything, ne? Like literally, like any.
And xa ugqibile, love, to be umakoti, your
Yeah,
man is so
Lutuma
proud. You go
Tina.
home, you go into that little zozo that you guys are sleeping in, and you fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, and he fucks you to say
Guess
thank you.
because Gogo, my back is gone.
It's fine.
From the
After
Makoti
18
duties.
years.
Like standing the whole day.
alright.
You are tired. And pinned and I
It's
say
alright.
bedroom in.
It's all right.
But here's the thing I wanted to ask, guys. How do you guys feel about, going home in December? Aya Xhosa ke, guys.
Where are you?
Yo, hayi ke. Hayi ke.
Oko.
We must go to the, every
Oko.
Christmas is
No, we're
every
moving
Christmas
away from
is
the
spent in
conversation.
Limpopo, Kopulukwane, Eastern Cape. When are we having our own family Christmas?
You know what you do?
What do you do?
You plan a family trip for your family. That's what you do. You
but
make
what
sure
if my
that
husband
July-
doesn't agree?
No. In July, you say it's
Swallowed
a
a fucking
surprise.
bag.
Surprise family trip. A
Shit
surprise
life.
family trip. You are out. That's what
Ne.
you do.
But guys, there
But
are those
eventually you need to get to
non-negotiables.
eventually you need to get to a point where as much as you're obeying the family and doing your rightful makoti duties, you need to get to a point where you need to start building your own family with your children,
So
with
December
your
is out of
husband.
the
Yes.
So
But no,
if you
what
don't
I'm,
feel
why
like
I'm,
going
but
to
no, what I'm
Transkei,
saying this, ne, it's not necessarily coming from his mom or his dad or whoever. It's just him.
It's just
It's
him.
like, siyagoduka ngoDecember,
Then you
Christmas
gotta have to
siyityele
do-
ekhaya,
Don't you think
siyaxhela.
sometimes there are things that you've got to do? So, example, if you're going to, there are many Decembers in your marriage, right?
Yes.
Unless he kicks the bucket, which RIP to their beautiful souls. But say you delegate. You say this December will be with my family. This December will
Thank
be
you.
with your family, and the other December will be in our own family. So there's many Decembers to come. But you delegate, you know what I mean? Or you say, New Year I'll spend with your family.
Yes.
King Christmas will spend with whoever's family. Or Christmas will spend with our family. Because you see, Christmas is where everyone feels like they've got a piece of you.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
your
but then there
family
are
thinks they've got a piece of
there
him.
are those who say, umama is alone ekhaya.
Yes.
bring umama to Joburg.
Hey,
Yes,
mama,
there's
how
also
adulali one
exchange.
yo?
No,
it's
guys, can I
it's
tell
what
you
happens.
something? Honestly,
Yes.
there's also, you obviously can interchange and say, okay, yes, like bring umama at Joburg, bring umama wherever. Let's go on holiday with umama. I'm very
But
open
baby,
for
I'm
that.
as umama
And also, no, wait.
I'm not going
Wait,
to
guys.
Dubai to shake my ass in a song with your mother.
Oh,
No.
very
you
open
can
to
book
that.
mother another room.
Eh.
Yes.
Get activities for mother. Mother has probably
Yes.
never seen a stripper in her life.
Your mom-
But you know what, guys?
Get some
I also
activities
that
for
one thing I
mom.
also believe in is that at the end of the day, sometimes we cry. I understand some people are in situations where they are with their in-laws for longer.
Yeah.
Periods, and it's tougher, and now
People
you
who live with their
their
in-laws as well.
in-laws.
Yeah.
I get. But then there's others where it's a visiting. Like sometimes you just need to wear your granny panties for that
Yes.
weekend.
Yes,
Brace it
and
up.
just do
be
it.
good company to the family and move on.
And you guys are going
And
to
move
be,
on.
I believe, okay, when you're not staying with your in-laws, it's even easier to build. the
Exactly.
relationship. But the problem is when you stay with someone, you get to see who they are. You get to see, oh, I flush the toilet, oh, I brush the toilet, oh, I thing. But when you don't stay there forever, you
Thank
get
you.
your own place. It gives your relationship a better chance of you being a favorite makoti, for lack of a better word. Well, understand?
Raise it up.
Nolu, your last words on this one?
Mna ndifuna by favorite. I just want to be Nolu. Nolu guy one.
Hence I said people
Guy
don't
two,
change
Nolu
themselves.
told me.
And thanda mhlawumbe izitya bandazihlamba. It's
Kodwa nani
okay.
niziwashe ke ningathi unolu khona ndeka amapapa wamabhodo wala street.
Mamelani
Hayi,
guys. Props to my mother-in-law ne. Ndithi xa ndiphakama ndiyohlamba izitya athi hayi thikho abantwana balayita dishwasher.
Kunabantwana
Nice.
izwa dishwashers guys.
Nazo.
Dishwashers.
No, you're living in a
Neka
different
ukusigcokisa
era.
ngeengubo nisigcokise ngama dishwasher guys. No, usigcokisa ngeengubo njalo manje
Okay,
samukela.
quick one, guys. Quick one before we wrap up the episode. I want a show of hands, not a show of hands. I want you to point to the person you think is more likely to do this. I'm just going to ask 3 questions.
Okay.
Between
Not
the
More
three of
likely
us.
to do this between
Yes,
the 3 of
yes.
the 4 of us.
Who's more likely? Yes. So, Ghost Lady, I'll just narrate yours. Who is more likely to wake up at 11 o'clock at their mother-in-law's house?
Yeah, nam ndithi nglo.
At 11 o'clock, me I wake at 8,
11
guys.
a.m. by the way.
Ekuseni.
Who are you pointing at?
You.
Ghost Lady, who are you pointing at?
Nobabili.
No, pointed one.
11.
Pointed one.
Me.
Pointed one.
11.
Uyaziwa
Who?
unola
Me?
guys.
Like,
WhatsApp group, she's
who?
the first one to be
Tepi,
awake.
Tepi.
She's the
Tepi is more likely.
Yes.
They
Everybody.
clearly don't.
I'm up.
Check out who checks out your status is very
Okay.
early. Oh, it's me.
Who is more likely? It doesn't mean you're awake.
Tepi,
Okay.
what time are we talking this
Mamelang
morning?
Laban?
5, ne?
No, we're talking early enough for you to be a day breaker.
show, guys. Forget.
I actually wake up earlier than that. Okay, who is more likely to khufiela lebala in the morning?
Explain
at their
that.
in-laws?
What is khufiela?
Lebala
The
is
floor.
ucega.
Ngaphandle.
Ucege, sorry.
Cleaner, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
to clean the yard.
Sinama paving, guys. We don't do that
Eh,
shit.
mara ucege kusala
We
krimi.
just sit up on my paper.
Who's more likely to fiela licege?
Tepi.
Tepi, long avu.
Mind him,
Guys,
guys.
feel extend.
Just nominate and nominate.
You will.
More likely this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, next question.
Who is more likely to have sex in the
Leave the question. And that's how we end the podcast for today. It was lovely to be with you. You were great.
Can we find out the question
Don't
first?
forget to like,
I need
follow,
the question.
and share.
I'm
Bye.
the question.
Let's go. Bye bye.